Today we're going to take a look at how to add and subtract in scientific notation. Now, when we multiplied in scientific notation, it was pretty easy. We just multiplied the numbers. I'm going to show you two ways to do addition and subtraction. The first way is simple. So let's say I have 3 times 10 to the 5th plus 2 times 10 to the 4th. Honestly, one of the easiest ways is just write out the numbers. This is here. I've moved it 5 spots. And this one is this. When I do that, I notice when I line up these decimals over here, the numbers aren't the same length. So when I add, I can see the 3 and the 2 aren't the same place value. And then I convert it back to scientific notation. It's pretty easy, just takes a minute or two to write it out, and subtraction works the exact same way. You just write it out, line up the decimals, and subtract. But there is another way I just want to show you. You don't have to do it this other way, but it's an option. So, let's take a look at adding these two numbers. 5 times 10 to the 6th plus 2 times 10 to the 5th. When I look, I notice they're different place values. And I think to myself, what does that mean? It means this one is a 5, and I have 6 things after it from where they moved that decimal. This one is a 2, and I have 5 things after it. When I add or subtract, I have to line up the place values. I have to line up the decimals to make that happen. And it's hard to do when the two numbers are different lengths. So what I do is I think to myself, what about if I made both of them times 10 to the 5th? So this one's already 10 to the 5th, 2 times 10 to the 5th. But how would I make 5 times 10 to the 6th into 10 to the 5th? What I'd have to do, if I'm only going to move the decimal 5 spots, means I'm moving back one. This would be 50 times 10 to the 5th. You'll notice once the exponents are the same, means I have the decimal has moved the same amount of spots. That means I can just add these together. 52 times 10 to the 5th. Now, all I have to do, convert it into scientific notation. This is too big. 5.2 times 10 to the 6th. So I have two ways. This way, which is a little more conceptual, a little more thinking it out, or the way that works, which is just write it out long ways, add them together. Whichever one you do works for me. So, good luck everybody. See how you do.